Welcome back to Chasing the Dream on Alma, Missouri. So it's a nice 92 degree Fahrenheit day. We're baling up some straw. Still July 1st, so not too bad. Let's get this opened up here. We'll get these square bales made of straw. Then we'll figure out how we're going to proceed with some things. Probably going to put some digestate down on this field. Probably do that now, and then do it again later in the year, maybe. Might turn over the soil. We'll see. But I should be able to roll through this pretty quick. Get these two fields baled up. You know, last episode we got the winter wheat and winter rye harvested. We brought those straight down to the railroad storage. We can store it for a year at a certain price, so I know we have our own bins, but to me that kind of, you know, works out for us. It'll save us in the winter when we have to move it as well, because it'll already be in town, and we won't have to trek through all the work of cleaning out around the bins and so on and so forth. Which, you know, the more I thought about it, I think we're gonna look into possibly, you know, purchasing a dryer system by Squatch. So that'll give us some more, and you know, if we had to, we could break down one of the bins we already have up there to kind of give a little more of a roadway off the edge of the barn, a barnyard, and you know, make a loop. And you know, we could spend our money, instead of buying that satellite site, we could just buy, you know, field 18 or something over here across the road. You know, kind of keep everything close to home base, essentially. I think would be the best for us right now. It would just be a lot, you know, $600,000 to buy that area we're looking at, and then be able to buy, you know, the sheds and, you know, put the grain system over there, grain silo system over there, which would be quite pricey. You know, we'd definitely be well into the millions expended. So I think the plan is to keep it close here. I mean, ideally it'd be nice to one day be able to afford that field 17, but I think that goes for quite a pretty penny. But having those two large fields would be huge for us, because we'd really turn around the crop and keep that income going. I mean, imagine having that all be silage. You know, with the system we have there, we'd be having to find something to do with the digestate more than what we currently do. So, but no, I mean, I think we're going to make a good chunk of money too, which we'll be able to buy a field 18 in the end. Once we, you know, sell 3 rail cars of fertilizer, which is going for pretty good. I mean, right now we'd make about 100 grand on what we already have, which tells me we could easily make about 300 grand if we send 3 cars of rail cars of fertilizer. So definitely keeping that in mind and see how that plays out for us. The other thing I want to try is the roller we have. I'm wondering if it will work as a somewhat of a mulcher on this. It probably won't, but kind of want to try and see if, you know, will that do the job we need it to do. I need to get a little bale pusher on the front of this, that way we don't get stuck behind bales. I might be able to do it with a weight. I just don't know if I put it on course play or and stuff, if it'll be able to pull it off. Most likely to just get stuck on them. But yeah, we're rolling through, and you know, try not to stay on the same job and talk the whole time. I think it's a pretty good goal to have. But yeah, I'm gonna bale this up. We'll probably go down the road and run to the farm and bale up the rye before I come back. So we'll see. But see you after we get done this task. Alright, so we got all the straw baled up. 4 o'clock right now. We had a piece of equipment dropped off to us. So pretty excited for that. We're going to be able to do some mulching once we get these bales picked up, which won't take too long. I'll leave that there. It's pretty good on gas right now. Probably not going to touch this rye field for right now until we figure out what the plan is. I think sit pretty nicely on that. Yeah, we'll shut that down for now. We'll run over here, fire up Peterbilt, and we need to go get the bale trailer. We'll get all these bales picked up. And take on the next task, which will be mulching that wheat field, and then probably put some digestate down on it. I think that's one of the things we'll definitely have to do. A little tight of a turn here. Really didn't think that through when we built this driveway. There we go. Actually, let's go. We'll go down the other field first. We'll get those bales picked up. We can drive right across down here and go from there. But probably could run. I'll have to look. I think we could run the smaller tractor on the mulcher. I just don't know if it'll be as fast. Well, sharp fast turn there. Slow down before we get on to this stuff. Slipping and sliding. I should have a trailer full of bales out of this, which would be kind of nice. Cut that one a little too close for the liking. Oh, big bird just flew into the top of the screen there. A little startling. That should cover the base of the trailer just on this one field. Should get a second stack to go on the top. Going through that rye field. There's quite a few in there too. Go. Bada bing, bada boom. One field down. Like I said, we should be able to, next month, we should get a pretty good yield off that field as far as silage. I mean, technically we could take all the silage we have in there. Try not to drive all the way up the hill here. And we could put it all in there because we know we're going to fill up before we need to do it. As long as there's probably like 20,000 liters left of silage in the end. Before we start making more silage, we should be pretty comfortable. So maybe that's something I'll do off the camera, is haul some more silage up to the mini BGA. Probably will need to take care of that digestate, turn over into fertilizer as well. Even though we kind of got it set up now with that fermenter down here, we actually have a direct line to it now, which I'm trying to figure out if there's something we could do for the mini BJ even to kind of complement it the same direction. I've noticed since the update too, the truck is really fighting to go up some hills now, so I'm not sure if that was a giant adjustment they've made in the game to kind of balance out the weight scales and stuff, but we shall see if it continues to keep happening. I mean, the truck needs some work, but it's fairly in good shape. And I felt like we were lower on the maintenance scale and didn't have these kind of problems before, so something to ponder. gonna go this way this time because last time coming away, trying to do that little S turn there did not pan out the way we wanted it to. So, and somehow missed the 2. So if I back that up, I should just pop away. There we go. And now I can back this trailer up. That was a terrible backup job, by the way. Let's try this again, because that was, like I said, terrible. Alright, that works for me. So actually, let's take a look at that little factory system down there. I bet you it's out of digestate again. Did we burn through all the digestate down there? We did. So technically, if I come up here to the mini BGA and I say change output to distribution, right? That should, when the clock starts ticking, should funnel down to there for the time being. And we'll just, you know, save us from constantly having to haul, and we're definitely not going to burn through it in that amount of time. So, but we'll run over here. Like I said, I want to get the mulching done on that former winter wheat field without hitting my hitch here. But that should, once we get done that, you know, that's a pretty solid episode again. A little production stuff. But like I said, I'm hoping, you know, I'm excited if we can get, try not to hit the guardrail, you know, 3 carts of solid fertilizer, rail cars, is like 300 grand. Which is pretty solid. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive to the end, we'll mulch up and down 2 headlands, and then do the same on the other side, and we should be able to just run it straight up and down to the GPS maybe. So, definitely kicking up some dust, but definitely also looking like we're getting it. Well, miss there. I can't see through the dust. There we go. Straighten that out. Get that back down. Let it go to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just follow this around now. But, yeah, that's a lot of dust coming off that mulching. So, but this'll extend, you know. Let's come up here. Should be seeing. Probably have to go to this one. And pH level's not bad. You know, that's the nitrogen yield. So I guess the mulching, you know, other than taking down the stubble, it's adding a little bit to it. So yeah, that'll do its job, you know. And then what we'll probably do is, you know, we're mulching. We're not going to direct till. But maybe I'm thinking we will cultivate this one. We plowed it last time. We just need to figure out what we're going to actually put in here. This would be the 3rd time we've done winter wheat, maybe? 3rd or 2nd? No, we had corn in here. Then we did winter wheat. And then we did winter wheat again. Man, I'm already forgetting. I know the first year this was corn. Definitely was corn. I'm pretty positive. So. Oh, you know what? We did oats, then wheat. That's what it was. And actually, if I get out, there it is right there. Previous harvest, oat, wheat. So, yep. Oats, then we went to wheat. So, you know, we've got to figure out what way we're going to go with it now. To me, probably could do a sorghum. We could, you know, look at the calendar real quick. What can we get away with? What could we plant? We can't plant anything right now. We could do canola early, which we can't harvest until, yeah, till July next year. So that doesn't really, I'm thinking barley. I think we do one more, you know, solid cereal grain. We do barley, we can take it off. We can plant soybeans that same month next year and get a double crop. So I think that's the plan, is we're going to put barley in here. So we might not have to do too much work to it. You know, have to do some cultivation. But other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty solid baseline if we go that direction. So, like I said, we're going to go up, give ourselves the 2 headland, and we'll go up and down. It's so dusty. I mean, 92 degrees out is pretty dry. So, but, I mean, yeah, the smaller, another thing about it, the smaller Puma might be able to do this, but in reality, it's probably better to just do this, be done with it, stay at 12 miles per hour, have that power and weight to do so, and it gets another task done. Like I said, I wonder without precision farming if this would be popping up as a yield increaser or not. But it's, you know, something new to try, see if it increases our yield more. We had 110% yield on this wheat, which is pretty damn good. Winter rye didn't do that great. But barley, I think, you know, we could turn a pretty good yield. Once we've turned that yield, I think, you know, it'll allow us to go right into soybeans here. Which would be, I mean, ideally, if we could go barley, we could think about resetting the calendars on our fields. You know, we probably should be doing barley over the winter, and then running soybean right after that. You know, makes for a busy June, but at the same time, you know, we're getting more out of the crops, because I think, I could be wrong. So soybean harvest, if, no, it'll fall in. So yeah, really you could only do it for a 1-year cycle. Just the way it kind of falls, because we wouldn't be able to get barley. Yeah, so it would work this year, but trying to do it back-to-back years, it would run into trouble. So you'd have to create but we could create a rotation plan with the fields that would kind of cut it out, and I think that's what we're going to have to do. I think that's our best bet there. This is working pretty good. I'm trying to think. JCL, I think, was the one that made this International Mulcher. Great little piece of work. And I'm just going to keep remulching this section over. Yeah, I think other than that, that's really going to be our episode for today. You know, we've got, like I said, our winter wheat and rye dropped off at the railroad storage silos. It'll stay there through the winter until it's ready, good market value to sell. And we'll pay a part of a fee for keeping it there, but it's not bad. Like I said, once we get 3 rail cars worth of solid fertilizer, we're gonna end up selling that, and I would assume, the way it's looking right now, that would put us around, you know, roughly 100,000 per rail car. So that's pretty good money. Obviously, we could make more if we were able to sell in town, but because of contracts they already have with other farmers and contractors, and the way the co-ops run there, it would just be creating more drama, and we don't want that. We want to be the friendly neighbor, essentially. But, like I said, I'm going to finish this up. Thank you all for continuing to share the content. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed the content. But if you are a new subscriber or you've been a subscriber for a while, make sure you have that notification bell button clicked. That way you don't miss any new content that comes out, especially live streams. But until next time, Farmer Taz